Welcome to all of you B.Sc. second year students. Welcome to online classes of fishery science. Myself Dr. N.G.P, Head Department of Fishery Science, D.S.M. College, Jintur, affiliated to Swami Ramananda Tirth Marathoda University, Nanded. Number of fish diseases we have discussed earlier. Then the present aspects, that is the protozoan diseases which is to be caused affected on the fish. Among these protozoan diseases, number of protozoan parasites, these are to be attacked, these are to be affect on the fish. That is why these protozoan parasite, protozoan diseases, these are to be important to discuss, to study here how these parasite, these different pathogens, these are to be affect and cause the fish production in both freshwater as well as the marine water fishes. What is the introduction of this protozoan parasites? We have know that a number of protozoan parasites live on the body of fishes. These parasites, they may be found internally or they may be found externally. Externally, they may be found on the surface of the fish body, or internally they may be found in the body of the fish, especially that is the visceral organs or on the digestive system. These parasites, those parasites, these are to be attack on external or the outer side of the body of the fish. This parasite, it is to be called as ectoparasite. Whereas those parasites, these are to be attacked, these are to be affected on the internal part of the body, such as visceral organs, such as intestine, stomach, rectum. These parasites, these are to be called as the endoparasite. Means number of protozoan parasite, these number of protozoan parasite, these are to be either ectoparasite or either the endoparasite. Ectoparasite, these are to be first attack on the skin, then irritate to the epidermis, and then it is to be consume the dermis, and complete part these are to be caused of. Whereas endoparasite, these are to be more severe, more dangerous, because these parasites, these are to be attack on the internal part, internal organs of the body, and that organ, these are to be destroyed, these are to be diminished. That is why these are to be more dangerous as compared to the ectoparasite. Means number of protozoan parasite, these are to be ectoparasite as well as the endoparasite. Whether these are to be affect on the outer surface, ectoparasite, or these are to be affect on the internal part of the body, that is the endoparasite. Then among these protozoan diseases, these parasites, these are to be affect, these are to be cause. Among these parasites, especially the first Ichthyophthrius, or it is also called as itch disease, or it is also called as white spot. The first protozoan disease, the first protozoan parasite attack on the fishes, that parasite, these are to be Ichthyophthrius, or it is also called as itch disease, or the itch disease which is to be occur in fishes, or it is also called as the white spot. Then what is the character, symptoms of these white spot or this itch disease? The disease is also called as white spot because this is very common disease of freshwater fish, fry and fingerlings, which is to be caused by a ciliated ectoparasite. Ichthyophthrius is the ciliated ectoparasite, and these are to be attacked, these are to be caused the disease in freshwater fishes, freshwater fry and freshwater fingerlings, which is to be a ciliated ectoparasite, and that is why that ciliated ectoparasite is the Ichthyophthrius multifilis protozoan parasite. That protozoan parasite, ciliated parasite, is the Ichthyophthrius multifilis. With this Ichthyophthrius multifilis, the disease which is to be caused, the disease which is to be occur among the freshwater fish, among the marine water fish, or which is to be caused in fry and fingerlings, that disease is called as the white spot, or it is also called as itch disease, or it is also called as Ichthyophthrius. The young parasite moving about in the water get attached to the skin of the fish. Those are the young parasite, these are to be moving in water, and these parasite, these are to be attached to the skin of the fish. They grow between the epidermis and dermis. These parasite, these are to be grow in between epidermis and dermis. Then this grows in large size and fall into the bottom of the pond. When these are to be accumulate epidermis, then consume dermis, and lastly these are to be fall on the ground, fall in the water or fall in the pond. Then here they insist themselves, then multiply rapidly to produce a large number of offspring, and as these are to produce large number of offspring, these are to produce large quantities of the cyst. Then these cysts, these offspring, these are to be ready to search a new host, and this new host, these are to be attacked to the new fishes, new fry and fingerlings in ponds, lake, rivers, or in fresh water as well as in marine water. That's why these each spot or the white spot is the more dangerous, it is the more severe fish protozoan parasite affected in the fishes, affected in the fish crops. See, this is the fish caused due to the each parasites or due to the Ichthyophthrius multifilis. This is the fish, that is the, this is fighting fish, beta splendens. Among the body of this beta splendens, see, on whole body, that may be on the body, a pin-pointed white spot, these are to be appear. These pin-pointed white spot is nothing but the, that is each disease or the white spot disease, or is also called as, that is Ichthyophthrius multifilis. This white spot, these are to be appear on anal fin. This white spot, these are to be appear on the body. This white spot, these are to be appear on the dorsal fin. This white spot, these are to be appear on the caudal fin also, which is to be caused, or this is the diseased fish due to the parasite, that is a protozoan parasite, which is to be affected. Another fish, that is, see the another fish, that is black mule. Again, see among these figure, fish caused due to the protozoan parasite Ichthyophthrius multifilis, that is number of pin-pointed white spot, these are to be appear, number of pin-pointed white pin drop or the very minute pointed white spot, these are to be appear all over the body, not only the trunk region, not only the fins, not only the gills, or it is to be appear on the operculum, appear on the trunk, appear on the dorsal fin, appear on the pectoral fin as well as the caudal fin, and complete fish, these are to be affected. That is the, it is the parasite attacking on the aquarium fish or the aquarium, that is the fish protozoan parasites. Then another fish, that is, see, this is caused, it is the gurami fish. Again, these gurami fish, these are to be caused by the white spot, caused by the this dangerous disease, that is the protozoan disease Ichthyophthrius multifilis. Again, among these whole complete fish, these are to be pin-pointed white, pin-pointed drops or the pin-pointed white spot, these are to be appear whole the body on the body, that is the gurami fish. Then each spots are the structure of this each spot. What is the structure, these are to be appear, what is the structure, these are to be found among this parasite, among this parasite, that is the Ichthyophthrius multifilis. This protozoan is fairly large in size, about 1 mm in length. This is the large size parasite, about 1 mm in size. It is spherical or oval in shape, and it is covered by fine cilia arranged in rows. This parasite, these are to be spherical or oval in shape and measure up to 1 mm in length and covered over all body by a fine cilia arranged in rows. The young parasite swims actively to come in contact with a fish. It bores into the epidermis of the fish. It is to be consumed the epidermis. Finally, it comes to the rest between the epidermis and dermis. Due to the irritation, a rapid proliferation of the epidermal cell takes place, and due to the rapid proliferation, rapid irritation to the epidermis and dermis, the parasite then grows rapidly and appears as a white spot. And when these are to be appears on a white spot, when fully grown, it drops to the bottom and forms a cyst, forms a circular cyst-like structure, which is then multiplies rapidly in favorable time. forming a large number of young parasite, and when a suitable time, when a suitable condition these are to be appear, then it is to be rapidly reproduce a large number of young ones, large number of young Ichthyophthrius multiplies, and when these are to be large number of Ichthyophthrius multiplies these are to produce, they are liberated from the cyst and attack to the new host. These are to be searched to the new host to attacking the fish, that may be fry, fingerlings or the fish. That is why this is the fairly large spherical oval, or the it is to be spherical or oval shaped structure parasite, these are to be appear, these are to be found, and cilia these are to be appear on the body. See which type of this parasite these are to be seen, which is to be found when we have seen microscopic examination. This is causing ciliated protozoan parasite Ichthyophthrius multifilis. See, this is the parasite which is to be seen, and whole body these are to be covered by a cilia, and on this organisms Ichthyophthrius multifilis, a large nucleus which is to be occur. This large nucleus these are to be generally C-shaped nucleus, and nucleolus these are to be appear, and among these, that is number of cytoplasm these are to be seen. This parasite these are to be up to 1 mm, oval in shape, and which is to be covered by a number of cilia surrounded on this parasite. This is the, that is Ichthyophthrius multifilis protozoan parasite cause the disease, that is the white spot or the fish, which is to be called as the fish disease. That is infected aquarium fish due to the white spot or the, that is the each spot. Again see the fish, number of white pinpointed spot these are to be appear on the body from just up to the mouth, up to last to the, that is tail portion, complete body these are to be occur due to this parasite, and this is the most dangerous positive parasite among the these fishes. Then what is the symptoms of this Ichthyophthrius multifilis or the itch spot? The first symptoms of this Ichthyophthrius multifilis: presence of numerous pinpointed white spot on skin, presence of numerous pinpointed white spot on fins, presence of numerous pinpointed white spot on gills, or these pinpointed white spot these are to be appear on whole body. This is the first symptom, this is the first appearance. When this white spot these are to be appear on body with slimy hyperplasia of epidermal cells are common identification of this protozoan parasite. These are to be appear, these are to be attack on whole body. Second symptoms of this white spot: due to irritation, a rapid proliferation of epidermal cells takes place. Due to the constant and maximum irritation, due to the constant consuming of epidermis and dermis, the epidermal cells and dermal cells these are to be consumed, these are to be fall down, proliferation these are to be occur, and epidermal cells these are to be take place, means ultimately that is epidermis and dermis these are to be consumed by this parasite, and a whole a bore these are to be appear on the body, where this parasite is also affect, as well as another parasite these are to be attacked, these are to be affected on the infected part. Next symptoms: this protozoan is fairly large in size, about 1 mm in length, spherical or oval in shape, and is covered by fine hair like cilia arranged in rows. This cilia, when we have observed on this parasite, on any parasite, then we can conclude that, when we can guaranteed see that the parasite is the protozoan parasite, which is to be spherical in shape, and cilia these are to be arranged on whole body. That is why the disease is the, that is the Ichthyophthrius multifilis. The gills may also be attacked. When this parasite these are to be affected on the gills, gills may be affected, and when gills may be affected, gills may be consumed by this parasite. Ultimately respiration these are to be stopped, respiration these are to be reduced, and when respiration these are to be reduced, fish becomes suffocation, fish becomes asphyxiation, and when it is to be suffocate, fish responds by jumping in water and rubbing body against water object. Due to this parasite, the fish responds by jumping in water, fish continuously jumping at a regular intervals outside the water. When jumping of fishes these are to be occurring in any water bodies, then we can conclude, we can see that, we can generally guessing that the fish is to be affected due to the parasite out due to the different pathogens. Another fish, these are to be rubbing their body against the object. Any object which is to be occur in water bodies, with this object, fish these are to be rub their body to remove the parasite, and this rubbing and jumping, it is another symptoms of the this Ichthyophthrius multiplicis. Respiration gets affected and severe attack may be result into the loss of all fishes in a pond, in a culture tanks, and when culture tank these are to be completely lost, complete crop these are to be lost, ultimately it is to be more dangerous for the fish farmers, fish culture. The spot is in fact in small chamber which the parasites are accumulated. Other parasite, other pathogens, ultimately these are to be affect, ultimately these are to be attacked on these holes, and fish becomes affected by more than other pathogens, not only the these Ichthyophthrius multifilis, but same time fungi, bacteria, then hail means or other pathogens these are to be affected, and crop will be lost, means whole peak, whole fish production, whole crop, fish crop these are to be lost, fish crop these are to be lost due to the this protozoan parasite. Then what is the treatment to control, to cure this itch spot, this white spot? Because such crop, such ponds, lake, river, these are to be severely affected by this any parasite or this Ichthyophthrius multiplicis. To minimize, to lower this parasite, we have done treatment. The first treatment for the Ichthyophthrius multiplicis, deep treatment in 15 to 0.2 ppm of malachite green is most recommended, is most suited to control, to minimize the white spot or the itch disease. Or 5 to 10 ppm of acriflavin is also effective. Suppose malachite green is to be not controlled, not sufficient, then we can use 5 to 10 ppm of acriflavin. This acriflavin chemical, this is also most recommended, it is most suited to control, to minimize the itch spot or the white spot. Another treatment, a 3% salt solution is also recommended for controlling, to minimize the white spot or the itch disease. Or 1:4000 of formalin solution is also recommended, is also suited to minimize the itch spot. Or 1:1 lakh of quinine hydrochloride solution is also most effective. It is the best control to, of itch spot or the white spot, that is 1:1 lakh of quinine hydrochloride solution is most effective, most recommended to control the itch spot or the white spot. Or another treatment, 1:5 lakh solution of pure methyl blue is recommended for control and curing the disease. 1:5 lakh solution of pure methyl blue is recommended, it is most suited to control, to minimize the itch spot or the white spot. Or this disease can be cured by treating with mapacrine hydrochloride. Suppose that is malachite green is not sufficient, acriflavin is to be not effective, salt solution is not properly run down, formalin solution these are also not properly done down, quinine hydrochloride solution is also not effective, then to control this is, that is methyl blue is to be not controlling, then we can use, that is cured by treating with this mapacrine hydrochloride solution with these number of chemicals, malachite green, acriflavin, formalin or the formaldehyde, quinine hydrochloride or the methyl blue or mapacrine hydrochloride. These number of chemicals, these are to be used to minimize, to lower the itch disease or the white spot. With these treatment, with using number of these chemicals at 1 or 2 times, and when we have deep these infected fishes for 5 to 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes, then these are to be more recommended, and this parasite these are to be removed, these are to be fall down, minimize the itch spot, lowering the itch spot, and we have saved the crop, increase the crop production. With this white spot or the itch disease we have seen here. Yes, any difficulty please ask. Thank you.